Urogenital sinus is right here. Okay, if you remember, the bladder is the green. The bladder has a urethra coming from it. It's the blue. I didn't want to poke it through it. There's the urethra. The blue is in the urethra. Kind of lift up on it right here. Maybe I stabbed it. I didn't want to do that. This is the urethra right here. Okay, and I have two of those. I can follow clear along here and clear up into here. And here's the kidney. So I can follow, here's a urethra right here. I follow all the way up here, so it's right next to it. See right here, that white tube right there, that's the urethra. It goes all the way, it's the right urethra, all the way down to the bladder. The bladder, you have a urethra and a urethra. So the pink pin is in the urethra right here, see? Urethra right here. And when that goes into the urogenital sinus, above that's going to be called the vagina. Okay? That's where the sperm enters. So basically, the opening right here, this goes in the urogenital sinus first. See that? Now, if I poke it in to the anus right here, then that's going to go into the rectum. See where that is right there? That's the rectum. Okay, right there. Okay. If you move up now, this is going to be the body of the uterus. So the blue right here is where the two uterine horns come together. There's a left and a right uterine horn, and that comes in the body of the uterus. This is the left uterine horn, which is part of the uterus. We don't have this in human beings, females, they don't have this. The whole thing, right. I've opened it up. That's where the two embryos came out of, okay? This is the right one right here, but it's still full. Now, I open it up a little bit right here. And this is kind of how they look when you pull them out. I got some more. This is like old dry blood in there, all that stuff, mass and stuff. It's really a mess. You have to kind of clean it up a little bit. But basically, what I'm doing is separating the embryo, the fetus, from the endometrium of the mother. So I'm separating basically what's called the decidua basalis from the stratum basalis. Okay, got that? Okay. It's the same like a menstruation. During menstruation, you're going to separate the stratum functionalis from the stratum basalis. But now, since it's pregnant, it's called the stratum basalis. I'm sorry, the deciduous basalis. Anyway, I'm separating the endometrium right here at this point. Pull them out, okay? Once I pull them out, they're still kind of encapsulated. Now, this part right here, this is the fetus. This is the umbilical cord. The green is the umbilical cord right here. See it there? See it over here. Now, the placenta itself, the mother portion, is this thick portion. See how thick it is right there? That's part of what's called the decidua basalis. The real thin portion, where the red is in right here, is the chorion, which is the layer or layers from the baby. Both of those make up the placenta. When I took it apart right away, this broke off. The amnion is about the same consistency as a chorion, and it's probably just a few layers. It breaks really easily. And so what I'm saying, if I show it away from where the mother's placenta is, I'm going to call it the amnion. If I show it in front of the mother's placenta, or the decidua basalis, we call it the chorion now. That's what the red pin is in. Okay, does that make sense? Over here, you see the same thing, the fetus. This is through the amnion right here because it's outside where the placenta is. This I did a better job, the second one here, of getting the chorion of the fetus right here. And this is the decidua basalis of the mother. You can kind of see the thickness of it right there. Right? Okay, and then of course the umbilical cord right there. Okay, the other thing is up here in the ovary. The ovary, what I did is I cut this suspensory ligament, holds the ovary in place, and as well as the uterine horns. I cut that so I could kind of flop it back. But the ovary is the yellow pin right here. The one in front right here, the tube in front, is not the fallopian tube. It is the ovarian ligament. It attaches to the uterus right here. This is the left uterine horn, which is the uterus. This is the right uterine horn over here. It's the uterus. Okay, humans don't have that. This would be a tube to them, which is the fallopian tube. Now the fallopian tube is really small. It's in the back portion. So all this thing where the green is, see the tube behind here? This tube right here is the fallopian tube. And you can actually, I couldn't really see it too well, but you should be able to see an opening in here, and somewhere where it goes into the uterus, somewhere like up in here. There's a little indentation right there. I don't know if you see it or not. I see it right there. That's the opening from the fallopian tube. But I couldn't see it. I didn't want to tear it. So that's probably going to be the hardest part of this whole thing is the round ball structure is going to be the ovary. The ovarian ligament is going to be in the front. And behind it is going to be a longer tube. Notice here the fimbriae right here. See the fimbriae right here? And the tube that goes down in here, this is going to be the fallopian tube or the uterine tube or the oviduct. Okay? Questions on that? Okay. We are done.